Today we wanted to talk about key tactics for real estate agent to strengthen client relationships.
Now, it only takes seconds or milliseconds to really form an opinion about a brand. And in today's competitive landscape, that nanosecond is going to matter. So we're going to really talk about ways that you can talk about how your clients' interactions reflect your brand values to really make sure that is a lasting, not just a microsecond version, a positive impression. So you want to tell me what a brand experience is?
Exactly. Therefore, what defines a brand experience is really every interaction that client have with your business, from their first impression and the post-sale communication. And this is the driving factor that's shaping how the client actually perceive your services and whether they choose to recommend you, return again back to you as another client or referrals.
So how do you kind of measure these? Step one is going to be, what are your touch points? Every point of contact, every email, every in-person message has to be related to the brand message and the brand values.
Exactly. The second thing is a brand consistency. We said it in many times, and this is ensuring that your visual identity, tone, messaging align across all channels that you're using in the social media, like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, your YouTube channel, and also in the professional websites like LinkedIn and Pinterest.
And also, there's an emotional connection. So every brand has to have positive emotions that are fostering trust in our clients. So every time we talk to clients, remember, this is how your people are getting the impression of your brand. The second thing we're going to talk about, really more after our introduction, is going to be embedding your values into your interactions and crafting how this journey's work for you. But first, let's do our introduction. Let's hit it.
Hi, this is Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel. Please go to theagentwolves.com and grab all of our giveaway.
Also, we are part of the Wolfpack, so you would get our entire upline if you choose to join us. And we do hope you want to join us at EXP, so we would love to be your sponsor.
And also, please go grab an appointment with us and schedule a phone call.
So when you're embedding your core, you have to remember every second of your business that you are always the queen or king of the follow-up. Your experience has to be aligned with your brand, and it has to strengthen your trust and credibility. So how do you do this? Exactly. You want to make sure that you have the right tools and training to reflect your brand. And now, again, if you're sleeping and someone texts you at 3 o'clock in the morning, even an auto message, hey, looking forward to talking to you after 8 a.m. is still telling someone when they're going to be there. So even having that simple auto message is still reinforcing your brand values. Also, be unique with storytelling. Anybody can go on ChatGPT these days and get a million different ways to say it. So we have to say what works for you, what makes your unique, and we're not just grabbing everything off the internet that we find that might work. We want to find things that relate to our mission and our voice. And then this is going to make sure that our interactions are authentic, your brand's voice, and how you come across when they actually do meet you are all the same. Because the last thing you want to do is sound like a robot, and then you show up and you're laughing and joking, because those don't make sense, right? So you have to make sure that your brand is aligning with your values.
And also make sure you said also that third point. Mm-hmm. Okay. The next thing that we wanted to talk about is tailoring the client journey to reflect your brand. Okay. Also, this is another roadmap basically on their experience with your brand, which is super important, ensuring that this is tailored to reflect exactly your core values that we talk in other videos, that what you wanted to introduce yourself in the market, what you wanted to be recognized as an expert in the market that you are, and how you wanted to show yourself. And this is help us the satisfaction and loyalty of the clients to you and your brand.
Oh, well, how do you do that? So number one is going to be personalizing your communication. Again, we're not just taking everything you see on ChatGPT. It has to be in your voice, and it has to be relevant, and it has to build rapport with your clients. So what is the purpose of the conversation? Is to have a conversation with them. Second is going to be keeping it simple. We're always trying to keep it simple. Make it easy for your clients to navigate, make it easy for you to communicate. Keep everything as simple as possible. And obviously, continue offering post-sale services. Have continual check-ins, continual follow-up. Demonstrate that you're there not just for the transaction, that you are there because you're a good human being.
Exactly. Which brings us to the next point and subject, maximizing brand impact at every touch point. Therefore, when you are interacting with your clients, this is opportunity to, as my wife said, because you are a human being and robot cannot replace you as a human being. Therefore, we need to make sure that every touch point that we have, meeting them, talking to them, messaging them, or emailing them, leave them a memorable mark, whether it's true, as we said, all the ways that we want to communicate. And this is actually reinforce your brand to put you in a more effective way in the interaction with your client.
So this means when you're doing your response, it is thoughtful and it is a detail oriented to their purpose and their conversation. Your messaging has to be aligned with who you are, and then also your environments that you bring people have to, even your open houses are a brand of your identity, so make sure everything is there. The next thing we're going to talk about is authentic interaction. In the era of authenticity really does matter. People connect to people who are real. We would rather talk to somebody who is real than someone who is so perfect that we have nothing to talk to them about. So you want to be authentic and true to yourself, but at the same token, you want to have your boundaries, which I completely understand. So just putting your entire life on the internet isn't a good thing either. So find ways that you can really say, these are my 5 topics that I don't mind talking about in my life all the time, and I'm not going to talk about these 3 things over here because that's my private life. And so you can have these boundaries. That's completely fine. But you have to make sure in what we're doing, we are showing that you always put your clients first, because that has to be on your public version. You make mistakes and you fix the mistakes, because that is so human and so realistic and so honest, because people really connect that differently. And of course, you want to share your testimonials and share everything that's happened with your clients.
Exactly. Which brings us also to the next topic, client engagement throughout education. Therefore, is not just offering servicing, but also educating them. One of the ways is like a YouTube, when you educate the client and providing the valuable inside information that can help that they can trust in you and position your brand in authority. Okay,
so also this means that you have workshops, you have buyer guides, you are there to offer people information when they need it. The next thing you want to do is track your success, right? How do you track your success? We're going to talk about the classic ones on the internet that you can find more information on, but your net promoter score is how likely people are going to recommend your services. Your customer satisfaction scores are how clients are satisfied, and of course your customer lifetime value is what is the learn-term effect. So if you can find your brand experience and it aligns and it tracks, then you're in a great way to business and your business is going to succeed. And we are so excited about that all the time. It's really kind of the key with Agent
And definitely watch all of our videos in the playlist. Go to Alan Victoria and grab all of the free materials for you. And also remember, we are launching this master course to help you as a successful real estate agent in the market. And we love to connect with you, and see you next time.